So, imagine if you had no idea where your next meal was coming from or how you were going to feed your children. And what about if you have to dig in a dump site to find your next meal? For you, this might just be an imagination, but for the women living in the dump site in Nakuru, Kenya, this is their reality. These women currently sell jewelry and bags to the local NGO here in Geneva, Women of Gioto. But how could the profits of this be used to ensure that we meet their most basic needs, hunger and malnutrition? And more importantly, how could this be done in a sustainable and empowering manner? These were some of the questions that we considered in deciding to address food security through agriculture and giving the woman financial and social independence. With this in mind, we present to you the GrowBag. Grow to go.
I'm proud to say we made from plastic bags. So how is this unique? So the women will be making these sacks from low-value plastic that is passed over by waste pickers who collect higher-value materials in the dump. It is movable, and this is very important because the women do not have a legal tenure on the land, and therefore they can't build any permanent structures on it. In addition, the land is covered with garbage, and arable soil is unbreachable. So the bags are woven by women, and they already have the skills to make the GrowBag. So this is a model of a GrowBag you see here, but then how it's done depends on the crops we will plant. It might be root crops like yam and sweet potato, or vegetables like spinach and tomato. These are part of the Kenyan diet, and they don't require a lot of water. Also, the crops will provide better nutrition, but very importantly, selling the surplus produce will generate income. As you can see here, the women already weave plastic to make purses like these ones over here on display. And so they will be using the same or similar techniques to make a GrowBag.
The GrowBag is at the center of our solution, but the women will need more than a bag, soil, and seeds to make their gardens grow. We will provide training to the women to give them the skills they need, and they will use organic materials found in the garbage to make compost to fertilize their plants. In addition, water is essential to this solution, and we have both long-term and short-term plans to provide access to water. Finally, we will ensure the women's participation in both decision-making and community organization to ensure ownership and sustainability of this project. Increased food security and new sources of income are only the outcomes of this project. The real impact we aim to have is on the women's empowerment. We will give them tools and training to increase their power to increase their agency. And at every step along the way, we will attempt to foster the power they have within themselves, their confidence and self-esteem. And most importantly, we want to build on their already strong sense of solidarity, so they realize the power they have with each other to improve their lives and their communities.
So we hope to start with a group of 15 women with whom the organization already has a relationship. And as this program grows, we intend to purchase plots of land close to the land, close to the slum, so we can make our agricultural solution on a larger scale and effectively transfer these women from waste to wealth. And so, how do we fit into this picture? The Women of Gioto is a very small organization, but we are very, very passionate about this idea, and we're very sure it's going to transform them from waste to wealth. So we need your support. We need mentoring to help us refine this idea and fine-tune. We need strategic partners, such as community organization experts, as well as agricultural NGOs. And finally, we need referrals. Who knows? You can know someone, you might know some organization that would join hands with us to enable us to transform the lives of over 2,000 women and effectively move them from waste to wealth. Thank you for listening to us.